With the COVID and all, sometimes it can be difficult to remember that there's sometimes other needs for engaging with the medical establishment. Like today, I may potentially have a job, but in order to go to the job, I have to take a test, a physical, and a drug test. And when I've been going places recently, which I haven't been going inside, and they do that like radiation thermometer thing where they like simulate they're shooting you in the head. I keep track just to make sure. And they tell me what the temperature is, and I'm like, that sounds low. I just rode my bike all the way here. It's very hot outside. My pulse is, I'm, what is it, misting? It doesn't sound right. So I go to the doctor, and as I come in, as I'm checking in, they give one of those little thermometers, right? And it gives the temperature. And I'm like, really? Okay, I thought human body temperature was more. Then, once I get inside, past the corridor, I'm in the actual doctor's office, he takes the temperature with the actual thermometer. It's off by 3 degrees. Now, I'd just been outside when I got my temperature taken the first time. It's hot. It's Texas. It's hot. There's no way that I raised in temperature 3 degrees between the lobby and the doctor's room. And not only that, I'm just going to say, I had to do a hearing test. I've never done this kind of hearing test. And while they're doing one side of my ear, the guy administering the test gets on his cell phone. And he speaks on his cell phone outside the booth where I'm having the hearing test while I'm taking the hearing test. What the fuck is that? That is completely unacceptable and unprofessional. This wasn't any sort of medical checkup. And I'm concerned that I haven't done any biometric data. I haven't done any tests like this for years. Because you can't even go and get an alleged mental health evaluation without them doing things that are completely fraudulent and scandalous. Here's the best part. I haven't been able to get eyeglasses for a year. When I add an option or a possibility, the place I went to said I had to agree to be telemedicated. I had to agree to telemedication in order to get the eye exam and the glasses. I said that doesn't make any sense. I don't need telemedication to get a pair of eyeglasses. I've been getting eyeglasses for years. They never even mentioned telemedication when it came to eyeglasses. Why do I have to take an automated system to input my data that says I have to agree to telemedication as a default? There's no way to negotiate this. It's on an electronic interface. There's no paperwork. Why do they want me to agree to telemedication to get eyeglasses? I'll tell you why. Because today I go and I'm supposed to get an eye exam. And right as I enter into the back, something happens and my vision's blurry. They did an eye test, and the doctor told me. He said what the eye test was, what the reading was on this eye, my left eye. That was the same eye that presumably they had to remove a blood clot from. Does anybody remember summer 2017? Let's just say that my weight, which was a perfect, it wasn't even like an ounce or more over. It's like if you wanted to place a fucking bet that before August 1st, my bitch ass would get an actual official fucking weigh in, and you wanted to know what my weight would be, no fucking ounces. It's that fucking precise, and it fits the same fucking proportion of my left eye. So somebody today is hedging on my goddamn fucking physical exam, and they got double leverage. It wasn't double jeopardy. It was double leverage. Lie. Intentionally dispossess her of her political and civil rights and ride the bitch. Twice. Okay. So am I supposed to accept that the profile I left there with is me? I mean, it generally fits a middle-aged white woman, right? And I'm supposed to be sad and yet victorious because they invaded that half of my brain. And the demonstration is that I have a deficiency in my left ear and I have a deficiency in my left eye. Right? I had some sort of catastrophe. And because of the catastrophe, it impacted my left. But that comes from the right brain. I'm just saying, you need to identify within the next 10 business days when you're going to send me my fee for my legal billings that I came up with today. You need to pay my legal fees for the last fucking month. Because if you thought, after you already knew it had been put into the system, that I needed to get a physical in order to get a job, and then you would disabuse your access to whatever fucking back door you think you have a right to, so that you could hedge on fucking with the equipment at the place I went to. And then trying to trigger cues. That is the same fucking programming you've been running on my fucking ass for 10 years. How many fucking times does somebody have to pinpoint off of their fucking cell phone while I'm in the middle of fucking doing something? You knew exactly what you were doing. You need to contact me within 10 business days. You're paying my fucking legal fees for the last fucking month. Every fucking dollar. And if you don't, the consequences are 100% on you.